I go out there, I press forward, I put Leon on his back foot, I make him uncomfortable, whether it's for 25 minutes or I get a finish. I'm leaving there with my hand raised, and there's going to be a lot of sad UK fans, unfortunately.
All right, everybody, let us welcome in Sean Brady, or shall I say, Mr. Main Event these days. He asked for a fight with Leon Edwards. The road wasn't exactly the planned one, but the destination remains the same. London, England. He faces the former champion this Saturday, headlining UFC London. It's Sean Brady versus Leon Edwards. Sean, good to see you, my man. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, it's funny. The destination wasn't the one we thought it was going to be, but we still got the fight we wanted. So here we are.
Yeah, because we were sort of wondering since December what the top of this division would look like from a matchmaking landscape, and we assumed it would be Belal Muhammad defending the title against Shafkat. We had Leon booked against Jack Della Maddalena. Then we
Yep.
get the bit of a switcheroo. JDM now fighting for the belt. You step into this fight. When did you find out about this? How did this all come together from your end?
Yeah, so probably 4.5, 5 weeks ago. Like I said, I was trying to fight since my Gilbert fight. Nothing came up. I was trying to fight in January. And then I wanted this fight. I didn't get it. Obviously, Jack got it. And then I was hoping to fight in Miami in April. Still didn't hear anything. And then they came to me with this opportunity. So yeah, it was a no-brainer.
You're in London now, and this is your first fight week as a dad. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You've always been a focused, determined, motivated guy for
Yeah,
all the years we've been speaking, but now having that baby, seeing that baby every day,
yeah.
has it opened up your eyes even more?
Yeah, man. It's just crazy what it does to you. It puts a lot of things in perspective about life and fighting and just everything. But definitely makes you hungrier and just to be a. It makes me a better. It makes me want to be a better version of myself, which makes me a better fighter. And that's a dangerous thing for all these guys. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
This will be Leon's first fight since losing the belt to Belal Muhammad, and
Yep.
and you've seen, I'm sure there's been a lot of talk about how and why the fight went the way that it did from his side, and some of it stems from the time of day of the fight being early in the morning in the UK, something that obviously won't be an issue locally this time around. Even Leon's
Hmm.
coach has said something to the effect of, well, that was only 30 to 40% of Leon Edwards, somewhat because of that. How do you respond to that? Because I'm sure you watched the fight. You probably watched it a few times. What did you see in that fight? What was your breakdown? And do you think there's any sort of truth to that?
No, I don't think there's any truth to that because if you look at it the same way when Leon fought Kamara the first time, he was down, he was out, and then he landed that kick. He was losing that fight until that point, and then he threw a good kick and then landed. Even the third Kamara fight, I personally think Kamara won that fight. If you look at a lot of Leon's fights, he kind of gets like discouraged, like when things aren't going exactly his way, kind of lets off the gas. So yeah, I think Bilal had a great game plan, and I don't think the time zone mattered at all or the time of the fight. I think Bilal was just a better fighter that night.
How important, and not just for you, but just looking at it from like, because you have a podcast, you guys break down fights all the time. How important is it to just get out to a early lead on Leon and just steal that momentum right away
Yeah,
because of what you just said?
yeah. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna put him on his back foot, and he's gonna stay there the entire time. You can't let him be comfortable coming forward. Once he gets comfortable, that's when he does his best work. So if you go and watch the film, you put him on his back foot, make him uncomfortable. He's not the same person.
As far as the matchup goes, and Leon spoke with us, spoke with a lot of people, says seen your style before. It's been there, done that. Him and his team are
Yeah,
used to it.
yeah.
What is Leon Edwards in store for that he has not seen from fighting Kamaru Usman twice, Colby Covington, Bilal, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just a way better actual grappler than all those guys, including submissions, ground and pound, takedowns, all that. But if you look at that style has given him all of his losses in his career, a lot of close fights that I think he personally lost. So yeah, that's not a great thing to say that you've been there, done that, when it clearly still works against you. It worked early in your career when you lost to Claudio Silva and now it just worked against Belal. So clearly, there's something still going on there.
What do you think is like when you fight guys and get wins? Because people will say, however, whatever they want to say heading into a fight. Oh, I've seen this, I've done that. What do you
Yeah.
think surprises people the most after they fight you? Is it how good of a grappler you are? Is it the strength you bring to welterweight? Because I've heard that from guys who have fought
Mhm.
you. What do you think is the most common one?
I think it's a little bit of both, and now it's just more of me believing in myself and doing what I know I'm capable of doing. So I think that just adds a entire different element of me and my pressure and me just going forward and being the hammer the entire time.
A lot of talk about the stakes for this fight. And the reason I love this main event so much, I'm a stakes guy. I think they are incredibly high heading into this. For Leon,
Uh-huh.
I think if you beat him, it may not lock the door forever, but it probably closes the door in terms of him ever fighting for a UFC title again. For
Uh-huh.
you, it could be a long road to the belt. Just look at the current crop of UFC
Yeah,
champions like
yeah,
Belal and Marab and Magomed
yeah.
Ankalaev and others. In your eyes, what is at stake for you in this fight?
Just another, it's just the next one up, people are trying to put stock into like whoever wins this is fighting for the belt next. You don't know that, and I don't really, and I'm not pressed about that. I don't really care about that. I want to beat Leon. I want to be active. So if I don't get the title shot next, I honestly, I'm not pressed about it at all. It is what it is. We've seen guys win and have to win again, and I'll just continue to do that until I get where I need to be. But yeah, I think about one fight at a time, and the next one is Leon Edwards.
How freeing is that for you? Not having to think about the belt, just going one fight
Oh,
at a time.
oh yeah. I mean, of course I want to be a UFC champion, and that's always there. But you can't look ahead. I'm taking it one fight at a time, just being in the present moment. I'm number five in the division. I'm fighting the number one guy. So yeah, it's the stakes are high for every fight. No need to put extra pressure on myself, saying, "Oh, I'm going to get the title shot." Not worried about it.
A win is obviously huge for you, whether it gets you a title shot or not.
Yep,
At least at worst, it puts you in the he's one fight away or two
yep,
fights away territory. And that's a pretty
yep,
damn good
yep,
place to be.
yep.
How do you take that next step to Saturday? How do you send the UK crowd home disappointed?
I go out there, I press forward, I put Leon on his back foot, I make him uncomfortable, whether it's for 25 minutes or I get a finish. I'm leaving there with my hand raised, and there's going to be a lot of sad UK fans, unfortunately.
Last thing, Leon said he's picking JDM to win the belt at UFC 315 against Belal Muhammad. You've been in that octagon with
Yeah,
Belal. I'm
yeah.
curious, do you see it the same way?
I think Leon just hates Belal because Belal did what he did to him. He's always picking against him. But yeah, Bilal's good, and he finds ways to win. Everyone underestimates him, and then he finds a way to win. So I'm picking Bilal in that one.
Is there like I know you're not in any rush to fight for the belt, but you obviously understand the landscape and how this all works. Is there a part of you that hopes that JDM does win? Because I feel like that does open the door a little wider for you, at least in the shorter term. Do you even think
Yeah,
about that?
yeah. I've always said like whether I fight Bilal for the belt or if I fight him for the number one contender, if he does lose, like that fight's going to happen. That rematch has to happen. So however it does, that's fine with me. But yeah, it might be a shorter road to that fight if he does lose.
Well, the focus is not on that. It is on this Saturday main event. Sean Brady facing the former welterweight champion of the world, Leon Edwards, main event of UFC London. Looking forward to this fight. I love early day MMA, Sean, and you get to close the show for us. Congrats again on becoming a dad, and all the
Thank
best
you,
to you
brother.
this week and in the fight on Saturday.
Thank you, Mike Heck. You're the man. Thank you for always doing the cool interviews. You're the man, brother. Thank you so much.